Winston-Salem or Charlotte? That's a question I get quite often, and today we're going to dive right into that to figure out which one is the right city for you. As somebody who knows Winston-Salem like the back of my hand, we're going to compare the cost of living, lifestyle, entertainment, traffic, and more. So stick around, we're going to hop right into it. So we're going to start off with a big one right off the bat, cost of living. Winston-Salem has a cost of living index of about 81.3. which is going to be more affordable than many other metro areas in the United States. While we've seen things climb since COVID in the last few years, it still remains a very affordable option wherever you're stacking it up against. Charlotte, while it's still going to be more affordable than a lot of other larger metro areas like Atlanta, New York, Boston, and the like, it is significantly higher than Winston-Salem. And one of the places that's going to be the most apparent is going to be the cost of housing. For our area in Winston-Salem and Greensboro, the average price for real estate is going to be right about $300,000 plus or minus. And remember, that is the average, not the median. So if we're looking at all of our purchases here, that's condos, townhomes, single family, it's going to average out to about $300,000. Now, if you get down into Charlotte, that number is going to jump up to about $400,000. Just a little bit more industry, bigger city itself. So the cost of housing there is going to be about 30% higher for the Charlotte area on average. Now this one could be a big one depending on if you work from home or if you're commuting to an office. It's going to be the traffic. The average commute here in Winston-Salem is about 20 minutes for most residents. And depending on the time of day, it really doesn't change a whole lot because we just don't have the congestion of a larger city. I was just in Charlotte last week doing some training down there, and I decided to visit a friend from college, so we had lunch the second day. And this class was starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. I was making sure to get there by about 8:30 because I did not want to have to get caught up in all the congestion that can happen there as you get closer to 9 o'clock. And we're having lunch after we let out the second day, and I started talking to him about it a little bit. He's got about 20 to 25 minutes into his office with no traffic. But depending on the time of day, that can take up to an hour and a half for him to get to and from work. So really, that is just depending on where you're living in Charlotte, but the traffic is definitely much more of a concern there during rush hour times than it's going to be here in Winston-Salem. So as we get into sports, that's one where Charlotte's certainly going to have the edge. They've got 3 professional sports teams in the Carolina Panthers, the Charlotte Hornets, and the Charlotte Football Club, which is their MLS team. In Winston, we've still got different things to go check out. You can go check out the Winston-Salem Dash, which is a great place to go ahead and take the family. Don't forget about ACC sports with Wake Forest University, both for basketball and football, and any other college athletic event out there. But those are going to be your 2 main ones to go out there and go tailgating, go catch the basketball game, get in on March Madness. Winston still holds its own there, but let's call a spade a spade. If you're looking for sports, Charlotte's going to be a much better place for you. When it comes to events and venues and things like that, I think we're also going to give Charlotte the advantage there as well. They've got a bigger downtown area, a little bit busier nightlife than we have. And when you're talking about concerts and shows that are coming to the area, Winston has certainly made some strides, but you're probably not going to be the main stop of a concert tour or something like that. So that's probably not coming to Winston. However, you'll get them in Greensboro from time to time, but they're certainly going to be in Charlotte. It's going to be a place where a lot of bands are going to go ahead and stop on tour and be able to see that show by driving down there about 80 or 90 minutes. All right, let's talk about universities. Both towns are going to have plenty of different colleges within them. In Winston-Salem, you've got Wake Forest University, you have Winston-Salem State, you have Salem College, Forsyth Tech, on and on. And then in Charlotte, you're going to have UNC Charlotte, Queen's University, and Johnson & Wales, which is a great culinary institution. The unique thing about this is that all those universities tend to kind of take on the feel of the town that they're located in. Like, let's say you're walking through Wake Forest University. You've got big old buildings, sprawling quads. It just has a much more traditional feel to it. And if you head down to UNC Charlotte, it's much more tied into the downtown area. It's got more of a big city feel. So each of those university systems tend to usually reflect more of the town that they're actually located in. They both have great educational systems, lots of talent for either one, but certainly different feels. Now, if we're just talking downtown vibes and food and entertainment options, we're I'm probably going to give Charlotte the nod on this one again, just to the amount of population. And when you have more population, you tend to have a little bit more diversity. So you're probably going to have more restaurants than that to choose from, but don't sleep on Winston. We've got over 75 restaurants downtown from all sorts of different categories that you can go in and choose. Most of them are just small mom and pop, which I love, that each place is going to have its own little identity. And if you park right downtown, you can walk to a bunch of these places, go drop in on the breweries, jump to your next restaurant, go somewhere else for dessert, head back down to Bailey Park, catch a summer concert there, pop-up yoga. Downtown Winston has really grown by leaps and bounds. So it really just depends on the vibe that you're looking for. If you're looking for something that's busy, you're gonna be slammed till 2 o'clock in the morning, Charlotte is gonna be more for you. But if you're looking for, hey, I wanna have all those big city conveniences, but in a smaller, more concise package, then I think you're gonna give Winston the nod there. Parking and stuff is going to be pretty simple either way. A lot of times on the weekends here, it's free to park in Winston. Plenty of different music shows and that to check out between the Ram Cat, like I said, summer concerts in Bailey Park and other surrounding areas. So Winston has certainly grown in that capacity, and it's not one to be slept on. So when it all comes down to it, it's really going to figure out whichever city has more of the vibe that you're looking for. If you're looking for a job in banking, both cities can provide that. However, Charlotte is more of a banking hub. That's probably going to be more for you. A more vibrant, busy, bustling downtown area, Charlotte is probably going to be the pick for you over Winston-Salem. If you're looking for more of a laid back, still get everything you need, and just in a smaller package and a little bit more quaint, then Winston is certainly going to be the town for you. It really just depends what you're into. So let me know in the comments. Are you Team Charlotte? Or are you Team Winston? And what other questions do you have about these cities? If you're moving to North Carolina, especially Winston-Salem, I am here to help you. My phone number is 336-582-9210, or shoot me an email at joel@sandmanrealtync.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more and more content about Winston-Salem and the surrounding areas. Let me know what I can do for you, and I'll catch you on the next episode.